everything else you could possibly want or need in a good new trail. Okay, like. Hey, I'm JM. I'm Gearhead here at Backcountry, and I'm gonna run you through a few of our favorite new shoes for hitting your spring running goals. Let's lace up. We're stoked that spring's around the corner so that we can stop worrying about post-holing on snowy runs and get back onto hard trails or tarmac. But before we jump into our new shoes and take off, let's talk about a key factor: fit. There's nothing worse than unboxing new kicks that don't fit. Don't try and tell yourself and your shins that you're still breaking them in. To prevent injuries and perform at your best, make sure you've got the right size before taking off. So before you order your shoes, start by measuring your foot. To get your foot's length, don't just measure your foot directly. Instead, trace your foot on a piece of paper, then measure the length on the paper to get the most accurate size. If you have a narrow foot, look for brands and shoes that specialize in that shoe type, and vice versa if you run wide. Now that everything's fitting properly, let's get to the fun part and look at some sweet new shoes. If you're planning to run primarily on pavement to avoid those muddy trails this spring, you might want to meet this beast, the ONE Cloudmonster. They took their legendary CloudTech innovation to the limit, adding even more cush with extra Helion foam, making it the perfect pair of shoes for miles after miles after miles on the road. Gearheads are loving the Cloudmonster because it's specifically designed for long runs on hard surfaces. Meaning, if you're out there every day, ticking off miles, this monster is meant for you. Note that its low 6mm drop is targeted at runners whose forefoot or midfoot hit the ground first. So make sure you know your drop style preference before choosing these. For women, the Hoka ONE ONE Rincon is a great mixed running shoe we can't wait to slip into this season. At only 6.5 ounces or 185 grams, this ultralight sprinter will make you feel like you're running barefoot. Because it's hard to visualize just how light this shoe really is, a small paper clip weighs just about 1 gram. So find a tiny box of paper clips lying around. That's the shoe. Also, keep in mind that most shoes under 200 grams are typically designed for racing, and the lightness of the shoe usually means less cushion, which means less comfort. But the Rincon is truly the best of both worlds. Get a load of this cushion. Now, if you're like us, you probably can't wait to hit the trails again. And we're super excited to stomp in some spring mud with these, the ON Cloudultra and the Hoka Torrent 2. On and Hoka really kicked it out of the park this year. The Torrent 2 is the ultimate trail running shoe. It's built and looks like a race shoe, but it's got all the features your best trail running shoes are known for, like a reinforced overlay that protects against rocks and debris, a lightweight midsole that balances cushion with propulsion, super sticky multi-directional lugs that grip well on uneven terrain, a seamless mesh top for breathability and quick drying, super handy for wet spring runs, and it comes in some amazing color combos. Phew, that was a lot of features. Our gearheads are also raving about the Cloudultra. You'll see why in a second. Taken right from ON's first hiking boot, the Cloudultra sports the Flex Lock lace system, which allows a quick one-pull tighten. Once comfortable, lock the lace to tighten the lower and upper parts of the shoe individually. Running's fun, falling's not, especially on the trail. That's why the bottom is covered in ON's Mission Grip sole, a design specifically made to keep you gripped both to the soft mud and the hard rocks of the trail. These two innovations are just the start with this shoe. It's also got the mesh breathability, cushion, and everything else you could possibly want or need in a good trail runner. Shoes aren't the only thing we take with us on a run. If you're gonna take your runs to the next level, it might be time to invest in running-specific apparel, watches, and other accessories like glasses and hats. We've got a lot more gearhead knowledge on our Explore blog that goes into detail about everything else you need to know about spring, running, and all the gadgets that'll help you go further, faster. Street, trail, mud, dust, whatever you're running on, we'll be right out there with you this spring. If you still have questions or want to learn more specifics about your next running shoe, connect with the Gearhead today.